Alrighty, got my first league match of the season. So far, we're in an exact seven-way tie. So very much anyone's game. Please, draft. I don't understand these people who play Dominion and then don't like any of the cards. Surely you have cards you like. Surely you want to play with them, right? Flexing. Right, what do we got here? Great leader. Eventually infinite actions. That's triggered by Rustic Village. How ironic. Draw. Not very easy to draw cards here. So in a technical sense, for example, you could play a Rustic Village, discard two trails, activate both trails, draw two cards, and then draw an extra card off Rustic Village. Like Rustic Village plus two trails together nets you one card worth of draw. I think, is that the only way in the game to increase your hand size here? Tanuki trashing a trail is draw neutral. Oasis discarding a trail is draw neutral. Yeah, I don't think there's anything super fancy here that's gonna draw your deck. There's also no plus buy, although there is Tanuki for gains. I feel like this probably plays more money like than Engine. That's my hypothesis. Tanuki seems important. You could probably want Moneylender Silver, pick up two or three Tanukis, trash these states into trails, trash trails into golds, golds into provinces. Something along those lines. Let's do that. Uh, I think Moneylender Oasis is also totally reasonable. In the short term, there'll be estates to discard, so it's kind of like a poacher. And then eventually maybe there's trails in your deck that you can pitch. What do I buy here on 4? Buy a trail. Uh, you could draw with it. Just get one card off the top of your deck since they're both junk cards. That's not nothing. Uh, add a Rustic Village to my deck. It's probably better, I think. The Sifting could conceivably show up in a few cases. Yeah, breppert seems to concur. I think we did very similar things here. Again, with the distinction being Oasis versus Silver. Draw me a copper. Yes, I'll go ahead and pitch 2 because I currently have I previously had exactly 5 cards down there. Because I now have 4 cards down there, I've triggered a shuffle, which means I can play my Tanukis again immediately this turn. It seems like we have similar ideas here. I don't think Great Leader being activated is going to matter all that much. I mean, Moneylender's terminal, but I think most of the things you're going to be doing with Tanuki end up being effectively non-terminal, like a state into trail or trail into something else. You get the action back when you activate the trail. I probably want to just trash this trail. Tanuki trashing a cop would be really sad. If I could draw an estate off the top, I would do that, but yeah, it wouldn't work out. And third Tanuki. I could see adding a priest to this deck, perhaps. Play a priest, trash a trail, then do your Tanuki stuff, and you're buying a province at the end of all that, most likely. It might come up. I'm gonna guess that I'm slightly ahead. Already got the 3 Tanukis to Breppert's 2. I'm also player 1. Granite Camp seems a lot worse than gold here. It's like a village that comes with a gold built in, but neither the village nor the spoils cost 6. The biggest benefit of gold is being an expensive junk card. Alright, get me a trail and another trail and I set another trail, and I gained a gold. I think the bottom two cards are coppers. So I was contemplating whether gaining a trail here and drawing a card. And one of them is a gold, isn't it? Don't I have a gold? Did I make that up? Yeah, there's a gold. I think if I gain a trail here, it's a 50-50 to get to province. I wouldn't mind a province. Nope, no dice. Okay. Fourth Tanuki, that piece that I was talking about. Uh, both of those sound reasonable. I'll put a priest in the. I don't know if that's correct, but it seems interesting. Oh, you know what? That's actually I mentioned Rusty Village discarding two trails as being the only way to draw. That's not quite true. Tanuki trashing a trail, gaining a trail actually is also net draw until the trail pile runs out. Currently, I'm up 4-2 on trail. Well, 4-4 now. The trails are really pleasant. Wouldn't mind having a majority of them. It's not the end of the world. Do I want this silver in my deck? It's not bad. It's not great either. Wondering whether it'd be better to trash it and just gain a trail off it or something. Again, in theory, I feel like the goal of my deck is play a priest, trash a trail, then Tanuki a bunch of things. I wouldn't really need money at the end of that. Okay. I'll take the last one. And a gold, trash, province, province. Okay, so I think trails went 5-5, which is fine. Uh, this turn I'm taking at minimum one province. Priest trashes trail is 2 money. Moneylender trashes a copper is 5 more money. That's a province right there. I could always mill a province by trashing province to province with Januki. My deck is now thick enough that I don't get to play the Janukis every turn. It took me like at least 2 turns to get through. I'm sure breppert will get at least one province here. Oh, he also has 4 Tanukis now to my 3. That may be relevant. He doesn't have a priest. 5 Tanukis to my 3. Okay. See, I think I want duchies at this point. I think I can go ahead and do this for sure, right? Buying a province. Provinces are at 4. I don't think he can do 4 province. I mean, he has a million Tanukis and some golds in the deck. Maybe if his hand is just all golds, I'm in some trouble. I don't think he'd do 4 provinces. So I think it behooves me to take some more duchies. And yeah, so the trouble I face here is like if I play that last Tanuki, you turn the silver into a duchy, which gives me a huge points lead. Then I don't have very much down there in those bottom 8 cards. I've got 2 trails and a rustic village. So with a decent starting hand, I could just barely trigger a shuffle. Is that right? Yeah, I got two trails and one rusty village down there. So like if I got those in my starting hand, I could play the rusty village, discard two trails, draw four total cards. Then a shuffle's triggered. Then I can Tanuki all the golds. Could bottom deck them. I think it's worth doing this. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Uh, Even if I don't find the second trail, it still works out okay-ish. I'm 100% guaranteed to trigger a shuffle. It would just be slightly nicer if draw the trail off the top and trigger the shuffle that way. So I don't have to put a province back into it. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm correct in saying breppert can't do four provinces. I think that's at least theoretically possible. Um, Requires him to find a bunch of golds in the starting hand, maybe more than he has. Uh, I think if I get another turn, I'll win in this game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does he have it? Uh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Uh, he was going for it and lowering the province pile suspiciously much for someone who, as it turns out, did not have the win. But I think A, he was behind too many points to play it safe anyway, and B, my position looks like a potential dud, so it's I think reasonable to try to play around or play on the assumption that I'll dud and then he can win next turn. But yeah, as I was saying, I was going to trigger the shuffle and then get the last two provinces. All right, one down. 100% win rate so far this season.